Hi guys, happy Friday. Welcome to my channel. I hope you guys had a great week. I don't know what you guys have planned on Monday. Hopefully you guys are off and relaxing and chilling. Let me just get into my video. So guys, I wanted to kind of address something here, something that I've seen. I'm sure you have seen this as well. I will look at people, or I've seen on different platforms where people are just like, going off on the Lord and talking about God, and that God is a misogynist and he seems selfish, and why is it that it seems like, because he died for us, we have to serve him. I mean, I've seen that. You guys have probably seen worse. People that have all types of things to say, but the biggest thing is, what kind of a loving God would put people in hell? This is the biggest one, and Christians say this a lot too. How loving is he? I can imagine a God that's so loving that will put people in eternal damnation. So there are all these questions about God, about his character, about, he seems selfish. He seems like a narcissist. He wants people to serve him. Here's the thing. You don't have to serve the Lord. You don't have to serve him. God gives you choice. So that right there, guys, the fact that he gives us choice and did not make us like drones and robots says a lot. He don't need you or me or anyone to serve him. He gives you a choice. But the bottom line is, here's the thing. He gives you a choice. So what's the problem? Live however you want to live. But here's what it boils down to. We don't want consequences. We want to live as we want, and we're going to get mad at God, the sovereign, holy, supreme being. We're going to get mad at him for giving us consequences. While in the meantime, on this earth, in our natural everyday life, there are consequences for actions that us earth folks, flawed mankind, we're not perfect. We have standards that we live by and that we follow. There are laws that we follow. There are consequences for actions if you don't follow the law. You will go to jail. You will go to prison. There are consequences. You can get evicted if you don't pay your rent. You can get your house foreclosed if you can't pay your mortgage. You will go to prison for doing wrong. I think I already said that. You will get a divorce if you are cheating. These are consequences and reaction. This friendship will end if you keep doing wrong things that is not good for the friendship. We live by these principles all the time. If you go to a restaurant, you're expected to pay. If you don't pay, there's going to be reaction. You will order something and you expect to get the product. If there is no product, you as a consumer has a right to engage with this vendor, right? So we live by these laws. We live by these principles every day as human beings, and we can see why. We can see the just in certain things. If someone breaks into your house, you're not going to get upset at the person who reported the crime. So what's going on? Why are we trying to pull the okie doke on God? If we as human beings who are not perfect adhere to these principles, you break through the light, there are consequences for it. You might get away get away with it for a while, but after a while, you won't get the consequences. You're used to running the red light, there'll be consequences, whether you get caught by the cops or you get T-boned, right? You see people that their specialty is to run through the railroad crossing when it's coming down. Well, they're going to go do that for a while, but one day they either get caught by law enforcement or they will earn their wings that day. You understand? So if we live by that as human beings, why is it that we want to bring God down? Why is it that we want to bring God not even to our level, but even lower? Because there are principles and standards that even you have. The worst person has their own principles and standards. The most disrespectful person still wants to impose principles of respect me when I talk to you, even if they're not doing it. So then why is it that we are trying to bring a holy and sovereign God down? Why are we questioning him? Well, I'm going to tell you why we question him. The truth of the matter is, the reason why you have it in you, and why it's in the nature of men, those of us, we were this way before I got saved, right? The reason why it's that way is because of his mercy, the ever flowing whatever magnitude of his mercy. That's why we act up. You see, if God was zapping us on the spot and doing some real ill stuff, we would not even be saying stuff. But he is not a misogynist. He is not a narcissist, because if he was, he would strike you with whatever on the spot the minute you say the things that you do. Is he that way? No, because you open your mouth and you speak against him and you curse him. We have done wrong. We've disobeyed him time and time again, and he hasn't killed you. So no, he's not a misogynist God. He's not a narcissist, because we know narcissists and misogynists is no way in the world. You've met them and you've seen human that's like that. They don't tolerate nothing. So God is not that way. But why people feel like they can speak against him in that way is because of the fact that he's merciful. It's because of the fact that he's gentle. It's because of the fact that they're kind, that he is kind. We have a God that's gentle, that's merciful, that's kind. So then instead of people really appreciating it, the flesh wants to continue to do what they want to do and still be rewarded. People are like, well, why would God put someone in hell? Why would, what kind of a God puts people in hell? A just God. That's what. He's a just God. Did you do stuff? Then that's your just reward. Why would God put you in heaven? As a human being, what you see here, our body will go to hell, but our soul continues. So if you live your life as a rambunctious, combustible type of person, you are not going to be that way in eternity, but worse, because you're a spirit. So this is why you can never go to heaven in that state. You will go to another place. You'll go to eternal damnation. And here you'll be met by demons and fallen angels whose nature is nothing that you in your worst state could ever contend with. Because they've always been that way. They've always been wicked, and they were always of the supernatural. So then now they're there to torment you for eternity. God can never put a person who is chosen to live an evil life, a life of disobedience, a life you don't believe in God. You want to do whatever you want to do. You live how you want, and then put you in heaven anyway. Does that even sound right to you? As a human being, if you have someone that continue to disrespect you, do you wrong, do whatever they want to do with you, smack your kids, do whatever, talk about you, steal your money, rape your wife, rape your husband, do whatever they want to do to you, rob, steal, smear your name, you still gonna let them come eat at your house? No, you wouldn't. You understand? So we as human beings would not accept that. And people will say, well, God is love. And see, that's where the spirit of manipulation and deception comes in. Because that is a deceptive spirit that will want to do all types of wrong and then play on the goodness of God and say, still let me in anyway. And that's why you wouldn't get in heaven. So the best thing to do, God, is realize is, first and foremost, God does not need you to believe in him. If you don't want to believe in him, you don't want to believe in the word, you don't want to believe in anything, fine. Just don't believe it. Live your life to the fullest, however you want to live it. But don't try to lower the standard of a sovereign and a holy God and bring him down to a level that even you as a human being would not accept. The best thing to do, guys, is either to get to know God, get with a program, learn of God so he can change your heart and bring you into everlasting life, or just live how you want to live. Just keep God out of it. Stop trying to bring him in there. Because what happens is people want to live how they want to live, and they fear the unknown, and then they get angry and want to argue with God. You can argue God down to a husk all you want. It's not going to change his judgment. And he does love you, but he's not going to change his laws for you or me. And the fact that he gives us a choice tells me that Jesus, he's not pressed. He's really not. All right, guys, hope this makes some sense, but yeah, it is what it is. Don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe. Bye.